Right, so to start the cake, we're going to actually be cheating today because we haven't got any scales basically. So we're going to you're going to be disappointed in me, but this cake is going to look great. So we're going to use the Velvet Vanilla cake mix. So we have the ingredients for that. Then we have the number 6 mould, which we're going to use to make the number 6 cake. So to start with, we're going to preheat the oven to gas mark 4. So let's do that. Preheat the oven when it actually wants to work. So we preheat the oven. We get our mixing bowl, get a fork or a whisk, whichever you find easier. So for this we need 2 large eggs, which I'll pop into the mixture. Now honestly, if anyone thinks they can't make their own cake doing this method, this is how easy it is, especially using the pre-made mix. Okay. Then we add our 2 large eggs. You can have 2 large eggs or 3 medium eggs. So just give that a crack. There's 1. And 2. Then we have 90 millilitres of oil, so about 6 teaspoons of vegetable oil. You can use butter instead, so it's either 90 grams of melted butter or vegetable oil. I find the oil is better. I just think it gives it a better consistency, but some people prefer to use the butter. Then we're going to go on with water. So we need 180 millilitres of cold water. And then, quite simple, we just mix that up. Now you need to make sure you get all the lumps out of this. Make sure it's a smooth consistency. Oh, come on. And honestly, this smells amazing. It smells so nice. I could eat it as it is. Good workout for the arms. So that's getting quite nice and smooth, see? Lovely jubbly. Okay, then on to the number 6. Because we don't want it to stick to the inside, we need to grease it up with some butter. Now, so I tend to use a small spoon for this, and I literally just grease around all the sides and the bottom with the butter. So if we just start doing that, And this just stops it from burning and sticking to the sides. This is how quick it is to make a cake. Okay, make sure that's all greased. Okay, so it's all greased now. Right, so pop it on a baking tray to keep it nice and flat. Okay. And I've just used the Lurpak lighter butter. So now we add the mixture in. Give it another whisk just to make sure it's lump free. And then we just pour it in as evenly as we can. And just go all around the number. Right, that would do. And then just give it a little shake. Let it set for a moment just so it all flattens out and evens out. And what we'll do this twice, so we basically get a sandwich. So we do 2 6s, so we just do all that again twice, get a new box, mix it all together again, and repeat that step. Pop it in the oven. Then I will set my timer for 25 minutes to start with, and then I'll check it in 25 minutes. I mean, look how much it's risen. It's gonna be a chunky cake. Now, to make sure it's done in the middle, I just get a knife and then I just poke it to see if it's done in the middle. You'll know if it's done because it'll be wet if it's not done. But no, fine, perfect. So just got the second one out of the oven, and as you can see, it will peel off fairly quickly and easily, hopefully. So I'm going to let this cool down for a minute, and then I will try and remove it from the packet. Not the packet. Then I'll try and remove it from the rubber mould. So now we're just going to prise this apart. So if you see, it's not stuck at all, and hopefully the base isn't stuck either. So just give that a little, break it away a bit. Right, and then we turn it over. Give it a little tap again. It's still quite warm, this is. So voila! And as you can see, nothing's really stuck, just a few bits of the cake at the bottom. But that is the perfect 6. So let that cool down. Before we do the icing and the decorating, we want to make sure this stays completely cooled down. Make sure it's cold. so we'll come back to it probably in about half an hour to an hour. For the filling, we're going to use some strawberry jam, so I've just got the Asda range on this occasion. So make sure it's seedless. I always go for seedless when it's on a cake, but depends on your preference, to be honest. Plenty does it. Now to pipe the icing, I'm going to use the velvety vanilla, but I'm not going to put any food colouring in this one. So I'm going to pop this in the icing bag. And we're going to pipe it on so it gives a better effect. So you want to snip the end off first. Pop your nozzle on the end. Make sure that's securely in. Now we can fill the bag up. Roll it over so it's easier to manage and just add bit by bit. Squash it all in. Okay. And push it down. Twist the end and then just fold it over so it's easier to manage. And now we're just going to pipe it on. So it should start coming out in a moment. There we go. And then just going to do little swirls all the way around. Right, now we've got to try and add the next part to the cake. So this is going to sit on the top. So it'll be very gentle because it is heavy, so it will squash down. And just press ever so slightly. That is all we want. Line it up. Okay. Now if I show you the side in a moment, let that set a little bit. Now for the top we're going to do some nice swirls before we add on the extra bits of decoration. Nice and neat, doesn't have to be rushed. Little dots here and there, because don't forget We're going to be doing some pink swirls as well, so we want to leave a little bit of room for that. Start to see it coming together soon. We're going to use the pink food colouring so we can get a baby pink kind of look, and then we'll use the plain white butter icing to go with that. We'll do about that much to start, so I've left a bit in there, and if we need to add more we can always add more. Open your food colouring, and then just a few drops at a time until you get the colour you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So pull about that much in, and then we'll start to work it into the icing to get the colour we want. So just work that in until you get a nice even colour. And then we start doing our pink swirls. Now I've got a variety of sweets that I'm going to be adding to the cake. So obviously in this one I'm going to be picking out the love heart. I'm going to be picking out the pinks that are in these. Squashes. Come on, this is a kid's dream. So yeah, we're going to start decorating the cake. So I have finished the cake, and it's not perfect, but it'll be fine for my daughter. She'll absolutely love it. So I've just put some little sweets around here, some marshmallows, and then some love hearts. Yeah, she'll love this. And it's really thick as well, so might be a bit sickly, but it'll be fine.